Hello everyone, Tim here. This video, I'm going to be talking about regrets. Regrets with physical media, specifically things I did or didn't do that I do regret. I think we all have regrets in life. Some matter significantly more. Then there's physical media regrets, which in the grand scheme don't really mean anything. This is just a fun hobby for something I love. But I still do have regrets with certain things I've done. So let's dive into them. First one up is a pretty simple one. I wish that I went region-free much sooner. I'm talking like a decade plus ago, because there's been some amazing releases that I've missed out that have come out overseas that we still haven't gotten here. Now, since I have went region-free, something cool like The Pool, good one I recommend, or the movie Thelma, Palm Springs, love Palm Springs. It's still only a streaming movie in the United States, but I have a copy of it now because it came out in, I think it was Germany. I believe it was Germany. But yeah, I should have went region free like way sooner than I actually did. I love it. I love it. It opens up a world of possibilities. So if you haven't went region free yet, it doesn't cost that much. I completely recommend it. You don't have to buy an expensive region-free player. You can buy like a $90 region-free player that all you do is play just region-free discs on it, and it just sits there, and it's only get used for that. Totally worth it. Absolutely 100% worth it. Next regret is probably something quite a bit of people have felt at one time or another, and that is selling something and buying it back. God, I've done that so many times. So, sold off my DVD collection eons ago. I'm going into Blu-ray. I'm getting rid of DVD. I did that, and I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. So take something like Tornado. Tornado! Because I love how they put the exclamation point. But anyways, this is a kind of rare DVD. I'm not saying this is like a crown jewel you'll retire off of it, but in the realm of DVD, this is like a $30 to $50 one. If you go on like eBay, it's not a one you commonly run across. I'll just put it that way. This has never come to Blu-ray. It's only get Laserdisc, VHS, and DVD. That's it. I had it. I wanted to watch it again. It wasn't on anything to watch. I ended up, overspending to buy a DVD copy again, just to own it. And it's the life of being an idiot and getting rid of things and be like, shit, I should have kept that. So I've done that with many movies. This is just one example, one small fraction of an example. Even keeping with that example, I've been enjoying kind of rebuying PSP UMD movies. These things are cool as hell. They can only be used on a PSP, so they don't have a whole lot of tangible value to them. I mean, you could only play it on a little tiny, gaming device. But I loved that gaming device. I was playing that thing senior year, like in classes and stuff in the back. I loved the PSP. That thing was so awesome. And these have become kind of not hard to get your hands on, but a little bit more expensive than you would think. You might spend more money on a used UMD than you would on the Blu-ray. I had a ton of these suckers. I don't have that many now because I'm just working on rebuying them. So they don't matter, but they're fun and they bring back nostalgia and memories, and that's worth it. And I should have kept them. Here's also something quite a bit of collectors can sympathize with or understand, because a lot of people do it, including me, is buy into the hype and jump onto a certain movie or label, specifically a label, because everyone else is loving it. So, Vinegar Syndrome is one that gets people countlessly make videos on Vinegar Syndrome, blah, 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 Vinegar Syndrome, because a lot of people love them. So, I kind of bought into the hype of them at first, and I bought too many Vinegar Syndrome movies. These are just some examples, still in the shrink wrap, because I don't know when I will ever get around to these, because I read the backs and I've watched the trailer and I'm like, why the freaking heck did I buy these movies? These don't look like Tim movies at all. And that was just the blind buy nature and buying into the hype. And I just need to curtail to more what I want. And that's not saying like Vinegar Syndrome as a label is bad. They do outstanding work. They do release stuff I like. Freaking From Beyond, this 4K, fantastic. They gave this a great release. There's so many others. There's VSUs and stuff. They do great work. They are a label to pay attention to. But they are not a label to just go blindly buy random shit from, because they do release a lot of stuff that does not fit me. They might release 10 movies and 1 or 2 are something that I would actually care about. But I still do look on their website every month, because they might have that one gem I care about, or their partner labels. Like Hearts Beat Loud is a fantastic movie, and it's because it's a partner label that I was able to get this on physical media. Well, on nice physical media. It had a prior release that was like a burn-on-disc one. But, yeah, I mean, so Vinegar Syndrome and their partner labels matter, but I regret buying into the hype, and I've got like a shelf full of just pretty much C-level horror that isn't my personal taste. There are obviously people that love that stuff, and that is freaking awesome. The fact that Vinegar Syndrome is saving these movies and giving them awesome restorations and special features is something worthy of commending them for. Doesn't mean I want it in my freaking collection, though. This ain't me. This is not me at all. But for right now, they sit on the shelf. Another regret, for a good chunk of time, I think a lot of other collectors didn't quite dive into boutiques or no boutiques the whole time. For years, I was in Blu-ray from day one. I was in HD DVD and Blu-ray from day one. Enjoying those movies, buying movies all the time. But that doesn't mean for the longest time I knew what the hell a boutique label was or any of that stuff. And I regret not diving into Twilight Time sooner. So I have a shelf full of Twilight Time, but I got into them at the tail end of them existing. And they have some great movies that are still, they have not been released by anybody else yet. So the only copy you can buy in the United States is a Twilight Time that is way, 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 way out of print and rare. And that sucks. I wish I dived into Twilight Time a little bit sooner than I did. But it is what it is. It's a regret. I wish I paid more attention, and this is a label I would have bought a shitload from. But I can't turn back time, so I'm just going to hope that Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation gets a better release somewhere down the road, because that's a Twilight Time I really need in my collection, and it's like $100 disc. I'll own it at some point, but for now, I just have the little bit of Twilight Times I have. This is a great one. That's just my example. This is a really fun movie. But, yeah, it is what it is, right? You remember when I mentioned about Vinegar Syndrome, like a minute and a half ago? So another one. Arrow Video does amazing releases. They have so many freaking great box sets, and they've released great editions of movies I love. All of that. That does not mean blind buy Arrow regardless, because it has the arrow symbol on it, because I have bought some absolute trash from them. They release some great stuff, but they're not immune, and they have some terrible stuff. So this Initiation of Sarah is just one of the movies I've bought from them that I regret. I saw Shelley Winters up there. I saw Morgan Fairchild. Shelley Winters is hardly in this damn movie, first of all. That's a problem. Even Kino does this shit, too. It is what it is. I've bought bad movies from every label, but I feel like some of the worst I've bought have come from Arrow or from, like, Vinegar Syndrome or something. It might have just been me it's the label. I gotta buy it. So this was awful. This was truly awful. I love TV movies. This is a TV movie that wasn't the problem. The problem is just this was an awful, awful movie. And I bought it purely because, first of all, Arrow. Second of all, Shelley Winters. But that's a big reason I bought it. Yeah, I did it with this one too. I tried watching this Madhouse. Wasn't my thing at all. I should have did more research. I didn't. And yeah, I regret it. So I'm a little bit more meticulous now on my Arrow purchases. I don't just buy it purely because it has an Arrow symbol these days. One of my next regrets happens to be, and this is a specific set, but this Goonies set. Amazon has a lot of exclusives, and a lot of them aren't very good. This is one of them. Inside, it's just a bunch of junk, essentially, but it was a slipcover-less version of Goonies, which I don't care about slipcover, but a lot of people were pretty pissed that there was no slipcover. A copy of the map. There are way better copies of the map, like collectible ones out there. Pins, and a patch. And I think I spent $60 on this set or something. It was something absurdly expensive for what this piece of trash is. So, yeah, I regret this one. When it comes to a specific set, this thing sucks. It doesn't even display on a shelf well at all. Like, if you put it that way, you can't read it. It's just chintzy, garbagey junk. I don't like this set at all. And the last thing is going to actually be steelbooks. And not regretting steelbooks as a whole. I love steelbooks. But I'm trying to be a little bit more picky and choosy on steelbooks now, which I think you guys have noticed overall in hauls. I'm just being a little bit more picky and choosy on everything, which is for the better. But when it comes to steelbooks, you know, I had the first Shazam on steelbook. I bought the second Shazam when I know I don't really want to watch superhero movies anymore. I bought this, and I watched it to give it a chance, and it sucked. It fucking sucked. So, there's that example. I bought this Indiana Jones steelbook set, which, granted, this was right when they came to 4K, and I still wanted 4Ks, but when I compare how amazing these Indiana Jones 4K steelbooks are in comparison to these, man, these ones kind of suck. It's a chintzy box. It just overall sucks. The good thing is I love the Indiana Jones franchise, so it is what it is, but like, man, if these just came out first, I would have never bought these ones at all. And then there's so many other steelbook examples. I used to be basically every week, if it was a steelbook at all, I bought it, and I'm trying to trim it now. Like, it should be, if it's a steelbook I want of a movie I want, I get it. But I don't know when or if I will ever watch like this. But I bought it because it was a Lionsgate steelbook. It is a very pretty steelbook. Super, super nice looking. I don't know when I will ever watch the movie. Pixar movies. I like Pixar movies. Cars is one of my least favorite. And I've got 2 steelbooks for Cars. So, I mean, this one is super, super nice. This one's got, like, debossing and stuff like that. But it's just funny. I want duplicates and triples and all that if it's movies I like. I've got a lot of duplicates and triples for different steelbooks of the same movie. But I got to get away from, and I think I have been getting away from, like, you know, just because they're going to release another Shazam steelbook, I'm not going to buy it. I think I've skipped quite a bit of the recent-ish superhero ones. Just completely skipped them because I don't want them. So, yeah, I think I've been doing a little bit better at it overall. The goal is to not... I'm trying to just be better about what I'm purchasing, essentially. But that is all I've got for my regrets video. Everyone has different regrets when it comes to what they've bought, haven't bought, anything like that. So I just figured I would share some. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know any physical media regrets you have down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and all that jazz, but I'll see you in the next one.